everyone, and welcome back for today's video. In today's topic, we will be talking about franchising in this time of pandemic. And of course, in today's show, we will be having a new set of guests. Alright, so I will be welcoming our guests for today. First up is Miss Maita Bansalao, the franchisee of Friendly Mart.
Hello everyone!
Next will be Mr. Richard Masalon, the franchisee of Graphic Bay Print, as well as Mr. Baylaylani Umpat, the franchisee of Unitap General
Hello,
Santos.
magandang araw sa ating manonood.
So this topic we have right now is a highly requested topic from our avid viewers. Alright, so we will be answering all questions from our viewers. Alright, so it was really a hard time for all of us as 2020 started, especially to business owners who are dealing with this pandemic. So a lot of the businesses were really at risk as this year starts. So, how did this pandemic affect your respective businesses?
When the pandemic started early this year, my business encountered crisis due to the situation. There are some situations that I need to lessen my staff, and my small business really faced crisis when it comes to sale.
Oh, it was really indeed a hard time, ma'am. For the Graphic Bay Print, sir, and for the Unitop, was this pandemic that harsh to your businesses as well?
When this pandemic had started, one of the mainly affected sector is the field of business, most especially in the non-essential sector like Graphic Bay Print. In the terms of sale, I do believe that my business income decreased, since most of the people cannot go outside to buy, and this is totally different before.
In the first place, we need this scenario deals more crisis in our country. So as a franchisee, was a very disappointed this pandemic because it's hard to communicate, transact to other supplier to have stock in my business. To the employee, I need to use different approach because we need to implement social distancing. I even faced lack of manpower during the first month when this pandemic started in month of March because every people is doing panic buying and some employee did not go to work because they were scared.
Since we are talking about the hurdles or the problems of your businesses, so did you consider doing strategies to somehow revive your business's productivity?
One of my strategy to retain my business was we are still open whether there are few customers just to avoid bankruptcy, as well as considering free deliveries to those customers who do not want to go physically and buy goods.
To retain the productivity of my business, I enhanced the website of the company and did online service like designing online. It was effective because even though not as many as before, we still do match our customer.
The strategy or technique that I did retain unit top was I push those goods are very useful. For example, sanitizer, alcohol, mask, and etc. And also enter the world of digital marketing in which I made online platform to promote the goods that I'm selling.
Alright, so are those strategies you have made effective or not?
Yes, I felt that my business resulted bankruptcy, especially during lockdowns. But we managed ourselves to calm down, although we lessen our employees, for we really cannot compensate the salaries of our workers.
Yes, it was effective, I could say, because even though we may not gain as much as before, we still managed to receive order little by little.
There are advantages and disadvantages that I made, but this technique that I made surely retain my business and getting productive again.
Alright, so now that we are half away 2020, could you tell that your businesses are somehow recovering or still struggling?
As of now, I could say that Friendly Mart is in the process of recovering due to experiencing bankruptcy. Of course, it's not easy for me to recover my business as soon as possible, but still on the process.
Yes, it's recovering, but sometimes we struggle during the days of lockdown. So I need to listen some employees because we cannot compensate the salary to be given to all our staff during this time where our sales really decrease.
Oh, that is so good to hear. Well, we really are struggling at the moment, but at least we are also recovering little by little. Alright, so this time around, this is the most asked question by our avid viewers. So what could you advise to those people who are planning to franchise in this time? What could you also advise them to franchise? And also as well as when would they franchise based on your experiences?
Well, we never know when is the right time for others. It is a matter of perspective and fighting spirit. For those who are planning to franchise during this time, I must say that it is pretty challenging. I think it is not okay to franchise because based on my experience. The best time to franchise, I think, is when you are ready, and I mean ready to all of the unexpected situation that may arise. I could not decide what is the best one to franchise because as what I have said earlier, we have different perspective and choices. Thank you.
My advice for them is that they must not franchise now because there's a chance to put their businesses to danger due to this situation. The best business that I could advise them is something that they are passionate of. Also, the best time to build their businesses is when everything is already okay.
I want to say to those people who want to franchise in this time is that they must be wise and practical in their decision, especially when planning franchising during this time.
Alright, so thank you so much for being with me here today in this show, Miss Maita, Mr. Richard, Mr. Bailailani, and also thank you so much for our avid viewers. And we would like to thank you guys for joining us today, and we would like to see you guys on our next video in which we will be tackling all about retailing. Alright, so see you guys in our next show. Bye!